Yeah, we'll wing it.
No, because we're good
at that.
We'll do it live.
What was cool, we're at the day one of the 11th Cherry Capital Comic-Con in Traverse City at the Grand Traverse Resort. And what I knew, I saw who the guest list was, and we'll have a few guests on, a couple local artists, and some people from Con, and some fucking guy who dresses up like a clown.
No, we're not.
What did I say?
He better not be dressed up as a clown when he comes over.
First of all, let me tell you the Pickles the Clown story in a second. But Ming Chen, who, and I saw when I was looking at the guest list, that Ming Chen, who I think, and hopefully, he doesn't get offended that I don't know everything about him when he stops by, but
you know he's on Comic Book Ben.
I know he's on Comic Book Men. I know he started like a Kevin Smith fan site.
Yep. And now he runs all of Kevin Smith's online
I think
projects.
that's fucking super cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was going to reach out to him because I thought it'd be super cool to get him on the podcast.
Also, we were told to try to keep the F-bombs to a bit of a minimum. You got 3 so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has 3.
In a minute and a half.
I have none yet.
I don't think that you should try to censor yourself.
So he's going to swing by at some point, along with a couple of guests.
As he walked by, he said, I'm going to take over that thing. I'm like, all right.
Dude, that'd be awesome. So that's going to happen.
I'm not going to know what to say anyways.
You never know what to say.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm not very smart.
Fucking dope.
This was brought to my attention. This was brought to my attention by a couple different people recently that have watched the podcast. And I've noticed it before, too. And I noticed it with myself more than you guys, but I've noticed it with you guys, too. I don't know if this is, like, because we're related. I don't know if this is dad's gene. I don't know if this is mom's gene. But we do this finger, thumb, twiddle.
Oh, I
twitch.
do all the time.
Every podcast I'm noticing we're doing this thing. And I was actually telling somebody about it the other day. My fingernail, my thumbnail on my right hand is so shiny, like it looks like a fucking chick's. Now I'm totally worried and insecure about my language. But it's so shiny because I'm buffing my thumbnail all the time, doing this stupid Twitch thing. Mm-hmm. So I thought it'd be funny and fun and educational to break that habit. So I got a couple rulers.
Well, it's not really a habit for me. It's like a part of Tourette's.
Dude, fuck. Look, I'm not... Here's the thing. Here's a ruler for you. Here's a ruler for you.
And if we see each other doing it, we get to whack each other.
Knuckles.
If I do that,
that's gonna be
I'm
the
going to
funnest
knock
game
your
in the world
beer
for you.
over all over your fucking laptop.
Just be careful. Don't do that. Okay?
I have never noticed you doing that. But I do catch because I just, like...
Yeah.
I do that all the time.
Is that like obviously it's genetics. It's not, first of all, like, I'm not saying you don't have Tourette's, okay? But you saying you have Tourette's is hilarious because how do you know? You don't know. Did you diagnose yourself with Tourette's?
I've done research and I've been to a doctor.
You've been to a doctor?
In Vegas.
A Vegas doctor.
A Vegas doctor, some quack. Some quack.
Was it Elvis? Was it Elvis?
Yeah, he got his doctorate degree at the same place where they do 1-hour marriages.
Yeah.
Vegas.
Vegas
therapy.
I saw a neurologist in Vegas.
So did he confirm you have Tourette's?
Yes.
That's sort of hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something we've always known. Well, not always, but for a long time.
I didn't know it well.
Like,
maybe that's the cause of you just going from 0 to 11 with no warning at all.
That's just him.
That's me.
Yeah.
But
don't touch me.
Like a symptom of Tourette's is like uncontrolled rage.
Oh no, you don't have that problem at
all. Twitching. Vocalizations,
not being able to walk on level ground.
Go fuck yourself. Vocalization, which I don't really have.
Yeah, you don't go
much of that. No. But
you should start. You should start doing.
Please God, don't.
Because you were telling a story yesterday about You work construction, road construction, and you're the sign holder.
Yeah, I'm the guy that everyone gets pissed off at.
Which is dumb because it's like getting it. I don't know why they're doing their job. I don't understand why you get pissed off at construction workers. But
Because we're holding up their day.
But
That's why.
recap the story because I read the text, but I didn't really pay attention. I caught that somebody did something, and then the police were called, and they were actually cited.
We had like a 1.5 mile closure. It was like 8 o'clock in the morning, and at one of the arrow boards where we stop the traffic.
What do you call it?
Arrow board, because they sometimes have arrows or some just straight line lights.
Like showing that there's a traffic shift or something.
Yeah, those are called arrow boards. Some people call them light boards because sometimes, like I said, it's just a straight line, which means stop. So the guy who was manning that arrow board had his sign turned to stop, and traffic was already flowing back towards him, and somebody ran his stop sign, which that is a legal stop sign when we are in that closure. And I was in the middle with another flagger, and traffic was to us when we were told that somebody ran a stop sign. So I held traffic, and I stopped that guy, moved him over into the other lane, and he decided he was just going to keep on going. And I had like our vehicles in one lane and traffic directly behind me flowing already in the other lane. And the guy decided he was just going to keep going again. So I put my stop sign in front of his windshield, which I normally do if people are going to run a stop sign.
Yeah.
Because normally people stop.
Yeah, if you're smart and not an a-hole.
Because they don't want a stop sign to hit their car. This guy didn't care. He drove through my stop sign.
Did it crack his windshield?
No.
Oh.
But it scraped down the side of his vehicle.
Oh, dude.
So
I would have brought that down like a fucking Hassan chop and whop.
He stopped his car, got out, and said, if you hit my vehicle again, I'm going to run your ass over.
What'd you say?
I didn't say anything. At that point, I was like, are you serious? He got back in his car, and I whacked the side of his car with his hand when he started to drive off, and then he shot down the side road, and I didn't have time to get his license plate.
So the moral of that story is that's when you need to bust out your Tourette's and be like, "Fa, fa."
Yeah.
So he went into our office and tried to file a complaint, and
Then they got the cops involved.
yeah, and then the cops came out, and I guess he had talked to the cops.
It's
Said that-
basically like calling the cops on yourself.
Yeah.
Stupid.
So the cops found him at fault for disobeying a traffic device.
Yeah, there's no point in that story where this guy doesn't sound like an idiot.
No, but like when he got out of his car, he had like no teeth in his head. And he was wearing like a NASCAR hat.
He did say it was around Braun
he
and
was.
Kingsley.
Yeah, it was like Kingsley Grawn area. So
You know,
That was
old
fun.
beat up blue Trailblazer.
it wasn't old. It
Whatever.
was kind of shiny. So, but Trailblazers are old.
That's where all
Yeah.
that's where all his dental
where-
insurance premiums went to keep his
That's
car
right.
up and running. Oh
Yeah,
boy.
But now there's a big old scratch down the side of it.
That's hilarious. That's the best part. That's the best part. You want to know the rigmarole I went through to get these goddamn rulers?
Did
Did
go to
you just have
Staples?
to go to Meijer?
No, here's the thing. First of all, I bought like 30 of these yesterday for trivia night at Right Brand. I needed them for a stunt for trivia with a twist. I needed rulers. So I was going to be like, all right, well, I'm going to take like 4 or 5 rulers from here and bring them to the thing. Just borrow them. That's fine. Then I forgot them. So I'm like, okay, I want these rulers because it's funny to me. Ow! Oh, we're just playing a game.
Oh, I'm fucking playing a game. You didn't even hit me. Dude, don't. You started a bad thing.
Dude,
You might want to just take them away and put them away.
no, this is the game we've got.
Dude, I will stab this through your ribs.
Anyway, so today I'm like, I want these rulers. So okay. So do I go to Right Brain to grab them? You know what? No, I'm gonna get sucked in talking about work. I got stuff to do. So I went back to Walmart to get more rulers, 47 cents a piece. I'm like, all right. So I got 6 of them. I get to the register and I'm like, fucking forgot my wallet.
You forgot your wallet.
God damn
Were
it.
you high?
At home.
Were you high when you decided to go to Walmart to get the rulers?
No.
All right.
No. So, and by the way, I never forget my wallet. Ever. That is the first time I bet in 5 years I forgot my wallet. So that's Alzheimer's.
Yep.
Second, I go to the lady because it was the self-serve part of Walmart.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
you look at
People watching.
dressed up?
People watching.
No, this is the best place for people watching.
Yeah.
So,
sensory disappointment and humanity overload. That's what it is.
why disappointment?
Man,
It's not his bag.
It's terrible.
I think it's beautiful. I think it's great.
yeah.
I love it.
Dude, there's the fucking Ecto 1 over there.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
It's in a super nerdy adolescent angst kind of way. It's super awesome.
So I go to the lady at the self-checkout. She's managing the self-checkout thing at Walmart. I said, shit. I apparently I forgot my wallet. I think I've changed in my car. So I go out to my car. I'm sitting in there, and I had a bunch of change in, like, the arm handle thing.
Right.
And I had $3. It was $2.97. I'm like, sweet. Go back inside, pay for my shit, come back out to my car. I had locked my keys in my car. When I went to get money, I'm like, God damn it. So I go, I'm like, what do I do? I'm like, all right. And I don't have my phone. I left it at home.
When was this?
Today. This morning. I left my phone at home. I had to go back into Walmart and go to the customer service desk and call the tow truck to come unlock my car and then have my wallet to pay him. But luckily, he was a listener to the radio station. He's like, hey, what's up, Smitty? He's unlocked it for free. Just to get some goddamn rulers.
So, is this the game that you were telling me about?
Yeah. This is a great game.
Yeah.
I said you'll only get mildly upset. I didn't think, like, mildly upset, mildly irritated.
I wasn't even doing anything, and you tried to hit me.
No, you were twitching.
Was I?
Yeah. Anytime I do it, I'm not going to, like... I'm not going to do it if you're not twitching.
Stop. I think you will.
No.
I think you have a threshold in your head of how many times you want to hit me.
You're watching, he's watching my hand so hard right now. He's like, is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it?
And you're like, if I don't hit him this many times, I'm just going to start hitting him arbitrarily for no reason.
I'll make sure, because there'll be video evidence. We'll be able to see.
You don't care about video evidence.
It's not like we're gonna run back, like right at that point in time. You're like, did he do it? Did he do it?
Yeah,
It's not instant.
It's not
fucking
gonna.
replay.
It's not gonna matter in the moment.
Look, if I get a wild hair at my ass editing clips for this podcast, I will put every
Yeah, I know
Wow.
you will.
pow, because that's funny to me.
You've done it with Smitty goes ooh
Makes noises.
noises.
Yeah, because that's funny.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I didn't really realize I did that.
What?
Make stupid noises.
Oh,
You didn't?
No.
Everybody else knew that.
everybody.
Dude,
No.
No, everybody knew.
I had a fantastic week
Yeah?
because the guy that I can't stand the most that I work with, he's like the biggest idiot you've ever met in your life. Doesn't work there anymore.
Did you get fired?
Oh, man, that's great. You hated that guy so much.
Oh yeah. Oh no idea how much I hate that guy.
I mean, I have a good idea.
He's named after a NASCAR driver,
Shut up.
which is strike one.
What's the name? Do you feel comfortable saying it?
Jarrett. Yeah, that's a terrible name.
Is he literally named after a NASCAR driver?
Yes.
Are you sure? Because you could have been named after a wrestler.
No. He said, well, my parents named me after a NASCAR driver. I'm like, and then he went, and I said, yeah. And he went and to name Dale Jarrett. I'm like, dude, I know. And I just looked at him like,
I don't give a fuck.
Fucking idiot. Like, this guy, if Napoleon Dynamite and Shrek had a baby, this would be this guy. Like, he's the dumbest person I've ever met in my life. 100% dumb. Like, I made him cry like his first week.
How do you make him cry?
Because I was listening the what is it, 107.5 radio station, they were having their Super 60s weekend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was listening to that all morning.
Makes sense.
And he wandered into the warehouse and asked me why I was listening to it. I'm like, because I like it. And he said, well, it's better than the new Metallica that you've been listening to.
God.
And I said, Jarrett, it's a good thing you're only 18. Because if you were 10 years older and this stupid, I'd be really worried. And he just wandered away. Like, his head dropped, and he just wandered away. He didn't even say anything back.
Did he start crying?
Well, he came back, and he said, am I really that stupid? And I didn't have the heart to tell him yes. I was like, no, it was a joke. Just forget about it.
So how do you know you made him cry?
Well, I could see the tears in his eyes.
All right.
I mean, he wasn't bawling like a little girl, but
I thought maybe somebody had come to you and be like, just so you know, you made Jared cry and you're going to want to maybe be nicer.
no, I figured that out after that incident. And I had, for the last 2 years, I had been a lot more political with him. I didn't tell him he was stupid more than once after that.
More than once.
When he's me and another guy were talking about Super Troopers when Super Troopers 2 was coming out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he walks up and he's like, yeah, I've never seen Super Troopers. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking hilarious. And he said, yeah, I saw the preview. It just looked dumb. And I said, Jarrett, if I were you, I would not try to paint myself as an intellectual. And he goes, what's that supposed to mean?
Well,
Dude, nothing.
Pretty self-explanatory.
So, yeah, he doesn't work there anymore. And the last week has been fantastic.
no.
I have been further away from flying into a murderous rage than I've been in 2 years at work.
Was it that hard to deal?
Oh, you have no idea.
I don't have any idea. I don't work at your fucking job.
You rarely come across somebody who's really dumb, but also has an attitude that everything that they do is the best, and that they're smarter than everybody else and better than everybody else. And when you get that combination,
that's most of the flaggers that I work with.
dude, I 100% guarantee it's not on the same level. Like, I've never met anybody.
The flaggers that I work with, some of them have difficulty mastering simple things as reading Ford on the side of a pickup truck. I had a guy for a week call every single truck a Silverado.
Hey, here comes another one of them Silverados.
Maybe he just thought that they were all called Silverados. Maybe he grew up in a Ford family. Or Chevy, whatever the fuck it is. Doesn't matter to me.
Don't paint yourself as an intellectual, Levi. No. But no, like, even to this day, there's like, people can't read what a fucking vehicle is when it goes by them. They're not going that fast. Oh.
I can't blame them for not caring that much.
There's some fucking hot ass women walking around here dressed up too, man.
Yeah.
Like that is the best part about Comic-Con to me, is that it is 100%. I mean, it's acceptable anyway, but it's 100% acceptable for hot women, as a hot woman wants them.
Don't say it too loud.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to be like, it's not like it's not going out there at some point. But to just freely just dress up as whatever comic book or superhero, whatever, with a fucking lot of cleavage, and there you go, cosplaying like
man,
a motherfucker.
I've always considered myself a nerd, but dude, it's nowhere near the level of this place.
Yeah.
These are all super nerds.
They're pretty nerdy. Okay, so what's the most nerd thing that you do? So we nerd out to some shit, man. Like, I got high as F the other night and watched Wrath of Khan. And at that moment, it was the best movie I'd ever watched in my life. I'm like, I can't believe how good Wrath of Khan is.
So that was that the first time you'd watched Wrath of Khan high?
Yeah.
Did you lose your mind when they were putting the bugs in their ears?
Dude, that under my notes, Star Trek II, earworm.
All right. Like when I was 6 years old.
Oh.
And we moved from Rapid City down to Walled Lake.
Mm-hmm.
Like the night, it seemed like the night before we left Rapid City, we watched Wrath of Khan. And
God damn, that's some memory. Because anyway.
It seemed like it. It could have been well before that, but watched Wrath of Khan. So I had the image of the fucking bugs in the ears, which was terrifying for a 6-year-old anyway. And then we moved to Walled Lake, and we didn't have our beds yet. Like, our beds hadn't made it yet. So I was sleeping on the floor, and I had it in my head that there were bugs going to crawl in my fucking ears. I couldn't sleep.
That never, as much as like, because he and I watched Stand By Me a week or so ago.
The leeches
thing just F's with me. The maggots thing, to this day, maggots are the worst. So Lost Boys is terrible. But that was the first time that I ever let the earworm thing F with me. And I like the movie a lot. Mm-hmm. But it's such a disturbing scene when they put those goddamn earwigs in Chekhov's ear and shit, and they come out. Later in the movie, and it's the worst. I'm they look real. They look real. They look real. Have you watched? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Have you watched it recently as an adult?
Yeah.
It's such a good movie anyway.
I made Melissa sit down and watch every single Star Trek movie with me.
Every single one?
Every
That's how you
single
get
one.
divorced.
Yeah. They're not that, not all of them are, I mean, they're all decent, I suppose.
Oh, good for the most part.
Like the original Star Trek movies, and then we went into Next Generation movies.
Yeah.
So.
But, wasn't...
I think we left off with Resurrection.
Not Nemesis. Nemesis was before Resurrection, right?
No.
Or
Nemesis was last.
Okay. Because I barely remember Resurrection and Nemesis.
Yeah.
I must have watched it and just at some point decided I didn't care about it.
I don't even know if I watched
after
Resurrection. Isn't Resurrection? Is that a Next Generation cast?
Yeah.
One. Because I know Nemesis. Which one's Resurrection?
Resurrection is they are brief synopsis. Just they're studying a planet, ancient culture planet, or primitive, I should say, and they don't have warp technology, stuff like that.
Oh, okay, I remember it. Yep, but I wasn't impressed, so maybe I only watched it once and parts of it.
Yeah,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
They had 3 with new cast. Chris Pine as Kirk.
Right.
Those are pretty good. Well, the last one I thought wasn't that great. But the one
I haven't seen the last one yet.
I think I watched the Star Trek and then what is it? Into the Darkness.
Into the Darkness is the last one.
Is it?
I think so. Is that the one with Khan?
That was the second one. Khan was the second one.
Yeah,
Khan was the second one. Into the Darkness I didn't like.
Okay.
That was the third one. Yeah.
Okay.
Those are good. Except for the third one. So what's the most nerd shit we do? Like,
You guys are bigger nerds than I am.
Yeah, we watch it and stuff. Like we watch comic book movies and
because I got really close. There was a time where I was getting to like this level of nerd, where I would have like learned Vulcan and like or learned Klingon. Because I was reading like the
I remember
season guides, the what do they call those? The companions, the episode companion books. And I was reading those, and I was one step away probably from getting fucking action figures and
yeah.
taping
You
on ears.
would have started practicing with batleths and shit like that.
Which like that.
Look,
part could be
that
awesome.
sounds fun, honestly, but dressing up as a Klingon does not.
I think the nerdiest thing I do is I collect swords. And I want to get like movie swords.
All right, so you're kind of on this level here.
Kind of, but not really, because they're fucking
You should
swords.
make your own iron throne out of it. Out of all those swords.
I don't have a... And then I wouldn't have swords.
What do you
I would
do
have
with
a
them?
fucking-
You don't do anything with them. Hold them once in a while and take it out,
He's-
look at it, and put it back.
He's going to make it a display.
I'm gonna put it on the
piece.
wall.
A display piece behind his bar.
Yep.
And it's going to be like one of these numbers.
Yep. Because we're moving the bar from where it's at over by the outside door to the basement.
I think you should make an iron throne.
And that's not going to happen.
Just make a toilet out of
That'd be awesome. just
metal up your ass.
dude, your little prison bathroom in the basement. That you're the only one. You're like, oh, where does Josh poop? In the basement.
Well, that's
Yep.
going to be Megan's bathroom. So I can only imagine that she's going to enjoy a sword-thrown toilet.
no, has to be yours. Has to be yours. That's the whole point of it.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it'd be. I don't know if it could be Josh's. I don't know if I would trust Josh to make a toilet that would be able to hold Josh.
A, fuck you. B, revert to A.
I wanted that to be hurtful in at least two ways.
Hey, give this to him.
Okay, that didn't hurt.
So, like, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm most nerdy about.
Metallica. Foo
Pretty
Fighters.
nerdy about that. Nah, I'm not as nerdy about Foo Fighters. Like,
You collect Metallica stuff.
but
You didn't buy them.
Right.
You still collect them.
those are all given to me. I mean, it's cool. I appreciate it, but I didn't buy any of them.
Yeah.
If you're a collector, you're buying the shit yourself.
Yeah, usually.
You know? So
I am.
I just buy movies. I buy movies like Star Wars, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, and Dark Tower. I'm pretty nerdy about.
I'm nerdy about bass fishing, and that's it. That's all I got.
And the Lions.
I'm not even really that nerdy about them either.
Yeah, I don't buy. I haven't bought a Lions apparel or a jersey or anything in 30 years.
Yeah, I have 3 Lions shirts and 2 Lions hats, and I haven't bought any of them.
That's why we have like everybody just give. Oh, what do you like? Metallica Lions here.
Yeah,
this
I mean
shirt.
it's
this
super.
hat.
It's super easy. Just kind of a go-to gift for people if they want to buy you something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, because I can't say fishing stuff because they'll buy the wrong shit.
I'm wondering because they're dressed as playing cards. I'm wondering, are they just playing cards because there's skulls on the playing cards? Is that like Queen of Hearts cosplay, or is that just they want to be a deck of cards?
I don't know, dude.
Or did they just go to the costume store and be like,
Oh, yeah.
what's available?
Yeah. Oh, there's cards. Let's just be a couple cards.
Dude, I don't know.
You're a regular card.
I do know that there's Short Fat Negan running around here.
Really?
Yep.
You have to point him out next time.
You'll see him. You'll see him.
Dude, it was great. I know you don't care for cute kids. That is not Levi's bag. But
No, it's not.
I was here judging the kids'
Baby Negan.
costume contest here with the radio station probably 2 years ago. And yeah, this baby Negan, kid, if he was, how old's Logan? A year and a half?
Yeah.
And he's walking now. This kid was walking, so it's probably Logan's age. It's probably a year and a half old. And he's got his bat he's holding with his leather coat. It was the cutest goddamn thing in the world. It was baby Negan.
I was actually looking for a little leather baby coat because we have a Lucille for Melissa.
He wouldn't have held that bat.
It's not heavy.
It's not heavy.
He wouldn't have, yeah, but he wouldn't have held it.
He's pretty strong.
I'm not saying
He probably wouldn't hold it. He'd probably just
that kid,
drag it behind him.
That kid is the most. And dude, you're in for you're in for real trouble with that kid
I'm aware.
because that kid is so fuck you. I'm going to do what I want. Calvin is he seems
Docile.
very docile and sensible.
Yep.
Logan is all over the place and he wants to do whatever the fuck he wants to do, and you're not going to make him do a goddamn thing, ever.
Nope. I am fully aware of that. He's going to be the
He's
kid.
like, I'm not holding this goddamn bat.
See,
He's going to be the kid with broken
What
bones.
the hell is that? What
it's a
is
mystery.
that?
It's a mystery. Fucking nerds.
I'm going to get pictures. Maybe I can. How's it going?
It's a wrong spot.
There we go.
Hey, no pictures.
No
He
pictures.
was like, no pictures.
Who said that? That guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Kid.
Oh.
What the fuck were we talking about? Was I like that? I don't remember.
Like what?
Was I strong-headed?
Dude, I don't know. I don't remember anything from back then. I hear all kinds of shit that I said, and I heard that you told me, he's like, dude, don't you remember when I was super short and I grew like 6 inches when I was however old? I'm like, no, I don't remember you being short at all. Oh, really?
You were in the
used to
army.
yeah, but I don't remember him being short. He's like, oh, you used to make fun of me about it all the time. And I'm like, really? I don't know. Apparently I remember nothing from then.
Yep.
Yeah, everybody used to make fun of me for being short.
What was it, like 10th grade, 11th grade, you shot up?
Ninth
Something
grade.
like that.
Ninth grade.
He shot up?
Yeah, heroin. I made it myself.
He cooked on a spoon. He's just,
Yep.
What did you mean?
Like
Height-
growth
height-wise.
spurt. You
Shut up.
Shut
idiot.
up. Yeah. Well, that
What
makes sense.
were we talking about?
I don't know. I just heard. I wasn't really paying attention. I'm watching all these people, man.
Yeah, I know. It's tough to take.
Why? It's entertaining. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Do you not appreciate the eclectic
No.
group of people?
No, I don't.
Why?
I don't care about what other people do.
Yeah, but it's,
it's
not
not caring
entertaining.
what other people do. It's kind of cool.
Like there's people like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna dressing up as that guy today. You know, I'm dressing up as that chick today. I'm dressing up as these guys. There's fucking Ghostbusters over there,
But
man.
I like even that as big a fan of
Dude,
the
there's
Ghostbusters
R2-D2 over there.
as I am. Like I feel nothing. I'm just like, oh god.
Really? You don't feel anything looking over there and seeing fucking R2-D2?
Nope. It's a tin can.
No, it's not. That thing moves around. It'll talk to you.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't care still.
It's still
don't
fun.
care.
It's still fun.
That's good. Look, I'm happy that it makes you guys happy.
Here's what I want to know is that
Spit it out.
if you are vehemently opposed to something, you're not going to do it. You're not 100% opposed to coming here, but everything that we want to do,
You're literally here to just make fun of people, aren't you?
we pull you kicking and screaming.
Yep.
Kind of kicking and screaming
Yep.
He comes
to go do
willingly.
stuff.
Yeah, that's basically it.
I could be fishing.
I was fishing.
Or sleeping.
Yeah, that's high on the list too. Dude, I was in bed at 8 o'clock last night. 8 o'clock. Do you know how awesome that is?
Yes, I do.
All I know is
Fantastic.
I got hammered Wednesday, and I didn't really get hammered, but I'd had a few and came home, smoked a bowl. I was in bed by 9. I've been going to bed at 12:30, 1 o'clock lately. He was awake still, and I'm like, see ya. Go to bed.
Really? I thought you were in the basement at that point.
Oh, you were still awake when I went to bed.
Yeah, I came home from work, went to the beverage company.
Hey, that guy's dressed up as Matt Patricia.
All right. Went to the
I
beverage
don't think
company.
that's Matt Patricia, but yeah.
And
It's a
I drank
beard fat slobby, so
5 beers. I drank 5 beers.
you never
last
drink
night.
5 beers. It
No,
usually
I
takes
don't.
you 5 days to drink 5 beers.
Yeah,
Yeah, same here.
I was on a mission.
Did it work?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
How did
So-
it not work? You got to get another. You got to get.
I got a little bit of a buzz, but then the melatonin kicked in, and I was out.
I was gonna say you got to up your ABV,
I drank 2 last night.
and 3 today because we were like,
I drank 2 today.
you fucking live 10 minutes away, 15 minutes away from us,
If that.
and it's on the way, kind of, to coming here. So I said, okay, why don't you meet us at 3:30?
Yep.
We're gonna leave by 4.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I started drinking.
Yeah. Oh, could you guys come pick me up? In the next hour, I'm gonna slam
Yeah.
down 2 more beers.
It made a lot more sense to you for you to come pick me up than to me drive
Why
over
does
there and
that
leave my
make
fucking
more
car
sense?
there. Huh?
Why does that make more sense?
Because that way I don't have to drive home.
Park at our house. It's easier for everybody.
That way I don't have to drive home.
Actually, it wouldn't have made more sense to park at our house because there's no parking at our house.
Yeah, you park on the street.
Zero
though.
parking.
Yeah, but you can park on the street.
See, what
the thing.
What you should have done, you should have met us at the corner of 4 Mile and 31, at the little parking lot that's behind the Speedway. Yeah. What the hell was he doing?
You switched. You were twitching.
I was.
You were twitching.
Does that constitute
I was
twitch?
watching. I was watching.
This is twitching.
You were twitching.
Could be twitching. I'm twitching. I'm telling you, you started a bad
dangerous
thing.
game.
Huh?
You started a dangerous game. Because one of these times it's not going to be like this. It's going to be like this.
Why? You just got to be careful. I'm not gonna bring it down crossways, and I don't want to hurt you.
Maybe you will.
I don't want to hurt you, Velma.
Yes,
Mhm.
I noticed.
Oh.
It's like a life. There's fantasy come to life.
Oh, boy.
Is that really? Is that she?
That's tough.
She's a cartoon. I mean, look, I'm not going to say that there's not something to it for me too.
Hey,
I'm not, but I'm
Hey,
only.
There was a movie made.
yeah, Linda Cardellini.
I don't know who
know.
that is.
She played Velma in the movie.
Oh, in the Scooby. Okay, yeah. All right. I was trying to think if there was another one besides the. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know who that is, though.
But she was a cartoon first.
Yeah, I didn't fantasize about the fucking cartoon.
Sure, you did.
Dipshit.
Yeah, I bet you did.
You probably will tonight.
You will tonight.
Melissa, you're in for it tonight, baby.
Yeah. What would Melissa do if we brought home a Velma outfit? Be like, hey, can I give you $100 for that? Just ask that chick right now. I mean,
Melissa would be like, how much did you pay for that?
$100.
$100. She would knock me the fuck out.
Yeah, she'd probably stab him.
I have a
be in
sword
there.
by my bed. She would
Yeah.
take it out and stab me with
she
it.
might
Just
be
a
into it.
waste of money.
She might be into it.
Yeah, but she's also into not being stupid.
Or poor.
There you go.
It's only $100. You know? That's a pretty fantastic outfit.
I can do a lot with $100. I can do a lot.
Yeah. I'm just looking at this motherfucker right here.
All right.
Computer head.
It's a NASA computer. Get the fucking picture of that guy. NASA head.
How do you see out of that thing?
How do I see out of what? My phone? Oh. Dude, that was crazy. Like, who the fuck thinks of that?
Who the fuck wears boots like that in May?
People at Comic-Con.
They're not winter boots.
They look like it.
Ow. Aw. I asked for that.
Are you doing it?
Yeah.
He was.
And then this guy.
Who's that
Goddamn.
guy? Do you know who that guy is? Because I feel like that's a famous character. It's
I don't
a
think
Fox
so.
character or
No.
like
I
a
think
wolf
it's a Fortnite character.
What is Fortnite?
I don't know. It's a video game. I've
yeah,
never
it's a
played
game.
it, but
That guy's creepy, though. Saw him without his mask on.
yeah.
Did he look like a killer?
Like-
He looked like a
Did he
child
look
molester.
like he was gonna?
He looked like there's no way that anybody would ever touch him sexually
On purpose.
without that fucking mask on.
Do you think it's a furry? We were talking about that earlier. Who was it? Bree was over here, and we were
Yeah.
talking about furries, and I missed what you guys were talking about. But what were you guys talking about with furries?
People get together.
Oh, I know what it is. You're talking about something specific, right?
Well, they just
Not
dry
really,
hump each
just-
other, basically, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They get together and they just rub on each other. And they get off on it.
Yeah.
Different
People-
fucking strokes, man.
People are freaks, and the one reason that I'm a little uncomfortable here is because these people are just one small step away from that.
No. There's a big difference between people dressing up and
As comic book characters,
yeah,
or
somebody
video
getting
game characters,
or somebody getting off on a furry.
I feel differently.
Well, you feel wrong.
That's probably true. Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, you wonder how many of these people are borderline. Because here's the thing, man. I've never been like turned down. We were talking, we had Velma standing here, and I was kind of turned on when she was standing here.
Yeah. That was nice.
But I've never been like turned on by any kind of, cartoon or comic book character or anything like that. Even like Princess Leia. I was never like had the hots for Princess Leia.
No.
Really?
No, I mean I thought Carrie Fisher was really pretty, but I just never had like the hots for Princess Leia.
Right.
Fantasy
Gotcha.
wise.
All right.
Yeah,
I understand.
yeah. So, well, I'm sure there's probably some that I kind of did, but as far as like fantasy wise, I never did until Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn, like I actually went and looked up Harley Quinn porn. Like I'm gonna check this shit out.
Of course you did. God damn.
You got to see what's out there, man. Once you see what's out there, you're like, oh, all right. Now I'm heading down this rabbit hole that I don't really like, and I found all kinds of stuff that I didn't want any part of, and I had to remove myself from it really quick.
I'm ashamed.
Why?
I'm ashamed.
I didn't spend a lot of time going down that rabbit hole.
No, just fucking 8 minutes at a time.
Maybe 8 minutes. Maybe 8 minutes.
You
I
get to 8
actually
minutes.
think I had to think for Chikara on Thundercats when I was a kid.
Well, who didn't?
Like if some chick came in here dressed as Chitara and it was a sellable costume, then I would.
You would approach her.
He might.
What does that mean?
Chase her down.
Oh, I thought you meant chase her down and fall out of awkwardness before.
Probably just stumble and run her over.
I can see that.
Just clumsily.
The people dressed as cards. They have a Vader mask. Now I'm fucking confused more.
They're probably super confused too. I'm pretty sure they are. I don't know. She's got a tiara.
Did you go through the showroom to see all the displays and everything? Why?
No.
There's some cool stuff, man.
Because he's not interested.
Dude,
in
I
it.
don't care. It's not me.
You don't like cool artwork or anything like that?
Nope. Well, like what artwork? Like
I don't know, like drawings or
like landscapes and pictures of mountains.
Sure. Well, that is one, but like any artistry or there's some cool movie stuff.
No, not really. I don't like. I've never really gone in for memorabilia or anything like that. Like at one point in my life, which I don't really remember, I probably would have been when I was a lot younger. But now it's just there's no draw for me.
Last time we were here, me and Melissa, we got Calvin a painting of the Winnie the Pooh characters, but they were all dressed up as Star Wars characters.
Huh?
They were Winnie the Pooh characters, but they were
Dressed up as Star
Winnie
Wars
the Pooh
characters.
dressed up as Star Wars characters. There's no need for that. This is like you got to prove how nerdy you are at this thing. That's dumb.
Testies.
There you go.
Check 1, 2.
Benny, you've I don't know if you've ever met my brothers before, but Josh and Levi.
How you doing?
Benny, a.k.a. Pickles the Clown.
Hello.
Don't do that ever again.
Pickles.
Dude, this is the worst story ever. And the best story for you.
He almost punched me.
I don't
probably
know if I
would've.
almost punched you. Okay, because your clown outfit is super. You have a couple different ones now, don't you? You have one for the
sir.
wrestling,
Yes, sir.
and then you have one for the haunt and stuff like that.
Yeah. And I'll be wearing that this weekend.
The haunt one?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I won't be here all weekend, so I'm glad.
Do you guys run that all year long?
Not yet. We're going to be close to year-round 2022.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second.
Okay.
Because you told me a little bit a couple months ago, and I think it's super goddamn cool what's going on. But no, I was here, and I had to go to the bathroom to pee, and I went into the urinal, and I don't think I saw him, but I was just in there, and all of a sudden I hear, "Hey, Smitty!" and he's all clowned out, and he's got this he's got like this half shirt on with suspenders and the mask, and it was
Yes, my
super
gut hangs
creepy
out a
anyway.
lot, and it's
And I was
beautiful.
just like peeing at the urinal. I looked over, I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?"
There was quite a bit of fire hose action after that one.
Oh god dang! How many years you been coming to this thing?
Comic-Con for
Yeah.
me, I think this is 4 or 5 for the Comic-Con. And I've been helping with Joe over the haunt. Gosh, I want to say 12 years, something
Yeah.
like
What's your favorite thing?
that. Making people pee. And not just pee like a little bit, but puddles, and then they can't walk because they're peeing.
Kid almost ate shit going down the stairs.
I almost
man.
did the same exact thing because I was trying to get here very quick, and I'm a very large man, and I just about hit the 3rd step and just went.
Man, I'll laugh hysterically if I see that happen.
If you're here throughout the weekend, it'll probably happen multiple times.
I can't believe I have never done it because every single time I'm in here, this is like the one exception that I'm not wearing flip-flops, and that's a long set of staircases to be wearing flip-flops and be like me where if you're not taking good deliberate steps, you're going to go down. And I am known for not taking good deliberate steps.
Yeah.
Funny story that happened to me in high school during a pep rally. And I fell down the steps. I was wearing flip-flops, and I caught the lip of the step, and I went down like 13 steps. Butt crack falling out, everything. I was like, oh, crap.
Was it ass skipping down steps?
Oh,
or was
no,
it
it
ass
was-
over tea kettle?
It was full Peter Griffin. Ow, 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 ow. That's what it was.
Oh, good. Good.
Oh, okay.
I love stories like that.
We were talking about people before you got here. We were talking about people that dress up and
Yeah.
you know how because you dress up all the goddamn time.
Oh, yeah.
As, it's more or less a profession at this point.
Weekly, monthly event.
How close are some of the people that dress up for Comic-Con? How close are they to being like the furries and like?
Dude, there's some creepy people, but then there's some friggin' like there's a creepy one right there. That tall son of a gun. He can't hear me, which is awesome.
Does he know you?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But no, like there's so many that are like they take so much time in the year. Like when I did Violator the one year,
Violator.
from Spawn. When
Oh,
I
yeah.
come out and did
Yeah.
Violator the one year, I did that, and that took.
Was that you?
Yeah, that was me. I shaved my beard. I shaved
Oh,
my
yeah.
head the whole night, and I'm doing the same. I'm not doing Violator, but I'm shaving everything. I've already trimmed everything down for my costume for this year, so
What's the costume?
I can't tell you that.
Oh man, I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. Send me a picture.
Okay.
All right.
Deal.
All right.
Naked picture.
He looks forward to it.
I'll show these guys. I won't.
No,
go by
you
the
won't.
internet. Yeah, well, be like, hey guys, look what Betty sent me.
I will put it on your Twitter.
All right.
He's just gonna send it to the group text. I'm gonna open up and be like, fuck.
Actually, I know you won't send me a naked picture.
No.
If you can send me something close, then I'll put
Close
it
to
on Twitter.
naked? I got the
I'll
Borat.
retweet it
I
on SmittyDick's. I'll be like, hey, look at dude said he's gonna send a picture naked.
I've got the Borat bikini. I will totally rock that.
Goddamn.
I did. I wore that. I wore to rib. This is going to the wrestling realm now. I ribbed the guys in the back. Everybody was in the back. They were all talking, doing their thing. Everybody's getting oiled up like they usually do.
Oiled up.
Almost.
Lubed.
Yeah, and I come around the corner and I had the Borat costume on, and I was like, "Hey, boys, you like my new singlet?" Like that. I had one testicle hanging out. I don't know if I can say testicle on this, but I did.
Oh yeah, we just didn't say fuck.
No, okay. Oh, geez.
I don't know if I can say testicle.
You got to add the chicken sound every time you do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that got a good
Now I
laugh.
feel like I need sound effects in this thing, but I don't. Yeah, no.
Oh, you just get a little soundboard. Or yeah, I'll just do the sound effects for you. What do you want?
Chicken. There we go.
There. So I did that.
Tell
But
me.
yeah.
Anyway, getting wrestled, getting oiled up, and one
Yeah,
ball hanging out.
And then I show up in the Borat costume saying, "Hey guys, how you doing?" And then tried doing Hindu squats, and then I farted, and then I walked away.
Oh boy.
Oh, man.
That's just one story.
So how is the wrestling world?
Sore.
Look, we're
very-
gonna look.
very, very good.
We could make fun and say terrible things about professional wrestling during this,
dude.
so don't take any offense to that.
Oh no, I don't care. I like it when people say that. Oh, it's fake.
I don't think it's fake. It's scripted.
I've got friends with broken backs and
Dude,
broken necks over the years.
It's
that
athletic as hell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's dangerous. I get it, but it's fucking hilarious. Like
yeah. It's
it is. You started actual wrestling, right? Like you started actual wrestling.
I've
You were
been,
doing manager shit before.
I've been doing manager stuff, and I've been transitioning into it. And I actually another funny spot. I took a kendo stick to the dick last show.
On purpose?
Full on, like they went bink right up in between the legs, and then I bent down and they binked me over the back with
Were
it.
you erect
Yeah, a little bit.
at the time?
It was more of like a half chub where you got to pee really bad.
Okay.
And you just
It's
kind of
almost worse.
yeah.
I was
yeah,
wondering,
there's-
like, if you took it like this,
Straight on the finger?
yeah,
No,
not on the finger,
Or like
right on
it
the
was
tip.
It was like hanging.
it was
So just
between it come up in between the legs, and it was like
Okay.
Okay, so that was a little
I'll
bit of
send you
tip,
the
little bit
video.
of the
The
balls.
video is
Yeah.
hilarious. And then I just actually the last show, I danced in front of 400 people because I got hypnotized. So that was fun.
Wait, like for
Quote
real
on-
hypnotized?
quote on- Unquote. Quote, unquote.
Like the Chikara Pro wrestlers, they came and they were our special guests for the show, and they did a big 6-man tag. And the Nomads, like my group, we come in and we beat them up, all that kind of crap. And then the one guy is Ophidian. He's
What?
Ophidian, that's his name.
Okay.
He does the whole snake charmer thing and hypnotizes you and then makes you dance like a dipshit. So all three of us were dancing and doing the worm and doing the spinneroonie, and then they get my big ass out there, and I did a little hip shimmy and farted, and then grabbed the ropes and started to try to take off my clothes, and they're like, no, PG.
Dude, we were talking about it the other day. And we're just like, because you're not the same organization as Mikey Zero.
No,
This is a
no.
different organization.
Yeah, they're based out of Flint area.
Yeah.
So it's all Flint.
I saw a
Sturgis.
video that he posted the other day.
Yep. I
And
was there. I was there for the last show.
Were you?
Battleground.
So it was the one. It was I don't know if it was the same guy that was making viral rounds with his super dick.
Yeah, Joey Ryan. I
That's the
got to
dumbest,
work
like-
with him 2 nights in a row and see him 2 nights in a row. And the guy's friggin' awesome and hilarious.
Dude, that is the funniest, like, most ridiculous thing in the world to me. You haven't seen it.
Quote-
But there's
yeah.
this dude who's got like Look,
Quote of the night. Quote of the night was him getting the crowd to shut up, and then looking at Scott Steiner.
Short fat Negan. Short fat Negan. Short fat Negan.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, plus he's Thanos.
That is awesome. Oh my gosh.
He is also Thanos. Stop
No, he's
proving how
not.
nerdy you are.
Anyways. So he looks at Scott Steiner, looks at the crowd, and he's like, Scott Steiner, I got one thing to say to you. Touch my dick. And then pulls oil out of his trunks and begins to oil himself down. Huge pop. Everybody loved it. I was dying laughing. I was standing out in the back of the crowd just dying. And then I texted the boys saying, yep, that was the quote of the night. That made my night right there.
Yep.
Scott Steiner.
Couldn't do it.
Scott
Touch my
Steiner,
dick.
total like man.
Yeah.
Not, yeah.
Yeah. No, Scott Steiner.
And then you got Joey Ryan looking at him going, touch my dick.
Touch my.
And then the next night he fought Cody Manning, the big deal Cody Manning, out of PPW out down there, and turned around and it was like, touch my dick. And then Cody was like, no, you touch my dick. So they spent a good 30 seconds of yelling at each other.
How the pro wrestling world has changed since
It's beautiful.
I was a fan of it when I was a kid.
It is
Yeah.
a beautiful thing, and I am very happy and very blessed to be a part of it. Honestly, like I kicked myself in the butt all the time because I didn't get involved with it when I was younger. When I had people telling me to do it, and then I just took my own path and did it on my own and do like how I'm doing it, and I'm succeeding. I'm doing what I want to do.
That's great. That's super awesome.
I applaud your efforts, sir.
Thank you.
But no, I walked the line because, and I tell my really good friends this that are in, like Ben Max is a good friend of mine, and he's into the wrestling,
Yeah.
and a couple other good
Old
friends
Sue
are,
Crazy.
huh?
Old Sue Crazy.
But I consider it like friends of mine that like country music and NASCAR. Like you are into something that I am not,
Yeah.
and
We all got our own things.
I will totally like support your thing and get you on to promote it and talk about it.
But I can't wrap my head
I'm
around
just like, I watch it and I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Have you been to a live show
Yes.
lately?
Well, a couple years ago.
Okay. So I'm gonna put it out there. We
Nope.
no, I don't want to get in the ring with you. No, what I was gonna say is the show that I did last year, the haunt one.
Yeah.
We're planning on doing it again this year.
Okay.
Come to that one.
Okay.
It's
I'll totally come to it.
we're looking at probably like October 12th, 13th, something like that.
Yeah.
Got a venue, slowly working on getting that one. And we're working on actually getting a headliner to come and actually getting a bigger name.
Okay.
So draw some numbers this year and do some damage.
Cool. No, I'll totally go to that. Levi for sure thought that it was going to be something along the lines of, oh, I guess we're going to get us in the ring and blah, 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 blah. And he's just like, nope, ain't doing it. Nope, not happening.
That will 100% not happen.
Nope. I actually June 1st I'll be working a match, a 4-on-2 handicap match.
When you say working it, you're taking part in it.
Yep.
Okay.
I will be in the match itself. Full pickle.
How do you prepare for that? Because like I said, you were new to it, so how do you prepare?
I
You've
literally
been doing training and all that stuff?
no. I
No.
I wake up, I take a pee, and I usually chug a gallon of water a day, and then I work. I do my regular job, and I think of ideas of what to do in the match, and then if I get a chance before the show, I go over some stuff, and then I go out there and I do it, and hope that I don't break my my fibromyalgia.
Yeah. Don't be going off top rope or nothing.
Oh no, I would never do that. I told the boys that I want to do a 450 splash off the bottom rope, and that's obviously not going to happen.
450. That's like two. That's like two tumbles, right?
Yeah,
It's like a tumble and a half.
off like 4 inches. I've got a 4-inch vertical, so it would be. Oh, okay. Poof.
That's called falling down.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. And while you're on Instagram, I'll do a cheap plug myself. Instagram for Pickles the Clown, Pickles the Clown
Yeah.
86, and I just hit 1,000 likes on Facebook.
Okay.
So I'm also there. Pickles a clown.
Well, we'll link you to that.
Pickles the clone.
Yeah.
We'll link you.
Yeah. I just did a giveaway. I got 2 people that won a free T-shirt and 8x10. Just kind of saying a thank you at hitting 1,000.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
It snuck up on me too because I just checked all my insights and I was like at 600, and then
like,
2 days later I hit 1,000. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. No, that's cool, man. Yeah. Just we'll link your page on that, and I'll just remind me about the wrestling
and
in
Skirms
October.
in the Dark. We're gonna be here all weekend, and then we'll be at the fairgrounds when they open up for the Northwestern Michigan
right.
Fair.
I'm gonna.
How's it going?
Don't you say hi to him.
How the fuck else am I supposed to give these stickers out, man?
You just
We were gonna
grab
have
'em,
signs that
You
say-
just grab them and you go.
Well, we were gonna have signs, but we didn't get them printed out. That said podcast recording, and
Why don't
my
you start
idea
handing
was-
them out to the little kids?
No, I don't want kids to have these fucking
Here.
stickers.
Hey, you want a sticker?
No, I want them to be
at that.
listeners and podcast viewers.
Well,
He's like, I don't give a
Look at that.
shit about
See
these
that?
guys.
you want a sticker?
But now he might listen to our podcast.
Take a couple. Listen to the podcast.
Stop giving away my stickers.
I need one for my own stuff.
You gotta know. Yeah, you could take a sticker. Don't give one to Pat sitting over there though, because
Hey, I got a sticker. You want it?
she literally just said
Ghosted
no.
me. Hey, you with the face over there.
Look, Josh was saying earlier, right as we were getting set up and we were setting up the banner that's in front of this table, and people were walking by just doing one of.
Another podcast.
It's the name on the podcast. It's the SmittyDick's. So people are looking at the name, going,
This is a family show. Dang it.
yeah, sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sort of like that guy.
Are you gonna do karaoke tomorrow? I was gonna try to do karaoke tomorrow, but I can't.
I might. I've been telling everybody that I'm going to do it, and then I don't do it because I don't like doing that. But then
Karaoke where?
Here,
But then I'm thinking
Saturday
to myself, man, I could sing a lot of Ariana Grande.
no,
make
you
it
can't.
awkward. Or do maybe Puddles, the pity party, do something like that, or
No,
something
don't do
fun.
that. No,
Do some Dick Cheese.
What?
this is Dick Cheese.
Dick Cheese, look him up. Richard Cheese, lounge singer.
That's not what I'm gonna do.
That's what I would do. I'd
Yes, Nate. Google Dick Cheese.
Just nope,
just go into your Google search for me.
nope.
Kids at home,
I keep my safe search off. I am not searching that.
look into the camera. Kids at home, look up Dick Cheese and blue waffles.
First of all, I have an
I don't
idea.
even know.
I have an idea what Dick Cheese is, but I in jest told somebody. I think it was Pat who was walking around. I in jest told him, keep it clean because there's kids around, and I'm like, yeah, kids will walk by when we're talking about eating ass, and I said that as a joke, but they can't hear us anyway. It's not like they're on this goddamn page. I was trying to keep it quiet because there was a kid right there.
They don't care.
But
That's Iron Man. He's
blue
not a
waffles.
kid. Yeah.
I'm curious now. I want to know what blue waffles are.
Yeah, Google it.
No, I want you to tell me right now what blue waffles are.
No.
What is blue waffles?
Do you want me to get on your phone?
No.
Is this your phone? I'll do
Get
it.
off.
Jesus Christ, guys.
I want to know what blue waffles are. He hates me. He gets so uncomfortable, and it makes me. And that's one reason why I.
Do me a favor when you're alone and not with anybody else. Google it and then instantly message me.
I don't want to see it.
and say, "Oh, I hate you."
I don't want to see it. I want you to tell me what it is.
You don't want me.
I think
you don't
somebody
want to look it
actually-
up, and you don't want anybody to tell you about it. Because
I don't-
Either one, you're just never going to eat waffles ever again.
Oh. I think I actually did look it up once. Somebody and I regretted it, but now I
Why?
can't
Why?
remember why.
Go ahead and look it up. Try it.
No.
Just
And it's like I was over at
it's like the ring.
this guy's house last weekend,
Oh,
and for like 15 minutes, his wife and his brother-in-law took a break to play videos of just the disgusting shit. And I'm like, why? What's the draw here? Just stop. I almost broke 2 phones that day.
it was like German Scheisse porn or something.
No, it was just people literally just shitting
Oh, that's cool.
and stuff, people hanging by their dicks and stuff like that.
I crapped my pants at the fair once. That was fun.
Well,
True story.
carnival food will do that to
It
you.
wasn't carnival food. I just couldn't make it to the friggin' Porta-John. And then I puked on a carny.
At the same day, at the same time.
What are you gonna do? Or you just walk up to him, dead faced, walk right up to him and take the board.
Just take the whole plinko.
And just walk over here and then spin it over here and be like, I won! And then break
I
it in
didn't
half.
agree to this game.
Wow, you... Do I need to split you two up?
What did he do? Hit you?
Yeah.
Did he punch you?
Yeah.
You can't triple stamp a double stamp.
Did did Hassan chop? Yeah.
Then I'll just
Benny-
I'll yell at random people too.
Benny Pickles the Clown on Facebook. Pickles the Clown on.
Thank you. Oh, there's my
We'll
sticker.
tag you. We'll tag you on a post too.
Can I have more of these stickers?
No.
Nope.
Son of a... All right. Nice meeting you guys.
Nice meeting you.
All right.
You like
Thanks,
it.
buddy.
The first wave of nerds, the super dedicated ones that wanted to get here super early, have come and gone, basically.
Or they're still in there, looking around.
Maybe. How much shit is in there?
There's a lot.
There's a lot. There's probably
Artist booths,
6-7
merchandise booths.
hallways worth of like comic books and paintings and drawings and pop figures, the Funko shit. And again, I have a
The
lot of
Funko
those.
shit. The
Those
Funko shit?
pop figure Funko things.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. There's a fuck ton of those. I saw some of them for like $50. I'm like, why would you fucking spend $50 on those?
They're collectibles.
I understand that. Like, I have Metallica. The current version of Metallica. I have Lemmy. I have Picard. I have Michonne.
One of my coworkers showed me, and it looked like that kind of figurine that you have of the Walking Dead and
Yeah.
Metallica, but it's like the whole set of Metallica during the Master of Puppets tour.
Oh, really?
And he's like, it's at Walmart for like $70
For all four?
for all four.
Master of Puppets era, Cliff Burton.
Yeah, and then like drum kits and
I don't want it now.
and set designs and stuff.
Yeah.
So I
Is
was
that
like,
Walmart right now for $70?
that's what he said.
I can't justify spending $70 on that right now. I bought these goddamn stickers. That's my brother Josh, my brother Levi. I don't know if you ever met Joe Ritchie before.
Yeah,
We've played paintball with him before.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
years and years and years
A
ago.
long time ago.
Bring it up here and we get a shot of camera.
long time ago. I still have pictures, actually.
Oh, yeah?
I'll have to find them. Yeah.
I haven't played in a while. Do you play a lot of paintball?
Not anymore. I used to. I still have all the equipment, but
Do you play at your brother-in-law's spread? Did you play it
we
there?
played out at
No.
Little Smith Lake, or
Yeah.
it was over by Kalkaska.
In Kalkaska.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So how's it going, man?
It's going. It's gearing up, getting ready.
Is that your business, the Evernight Apothecary?
It's my wife's.
Is it your wife's?
Yep.
Talk about that, because I saw it and I wanted to talk to you about that, because it's fairly new, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's something she decided to give a shot. It's all handmade skincare products, bath bombs, soaps, eye creams, all kinds of interesting stuff. So, with kind of a Halloween twist to it, of course.
Yeah.
So
Which you do really well.
we do very, very well.
You got, let's see, Screams in the Dark, Evernight Entertainment over there here at Cherry Capital Comic Con. Every year, what's your costume this year? Or do you unveil it tomorrow?
I actually didn't do one this year.
Oh, no!
I'm going to be a judge this year, but I will be walking around. I've got my Spawn costume. I've got my Skeksis from Dark Crystal. So.
I was just going to say, you were a Skeksis last year, a couple years ago?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Last year was Spawn.
Fuck that. All right, fuck that.
Yeah.
Because I watched The Dark Crystal for the first time since I was like 8 years old recently, and I'm like, how the fuck did you people let me watch that when I was a kid?
I talked to a lot of people that say that was one of the more terrifying
It's so
movies.
scary.
It's because of the puppets. The puppets just
Yeah.
it's creepy.
It's the worst. That's the worst.
so realistic.
That's the worst parenting move that my parents could have done, and
What you want
like
the dark-
even worse than
Says
being
Jim Henson, it should be fine.
even worse than alcoholism. Letting me watch The Dark Crystal was the most damaging for me.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised how many adults talk about how that terrified them when they were younger.
How I was talking to Benny a little bit about your new endeavor, which I don't know if it's public yet. I think he said it was good to talk about, but pretty much a year-round Screams in the Dark, which I think is super cool and it will be super popular.
Yeah, we're set to, if all goes well, we're set to open 2022 is when we're planning on opening. Of course, we're jumping through all the government hurdles right now with paperwork and stuff like that, permits. Everything hinges right now. Right now we're at a complete standstill because we don't have a driveway. It's got to be. So once we get that, then we'll get the okay to start building actual structures and stuff like that. But the plan is to start off just doing fall events till we get rolling. We've got just a tiny bit under 30 acres. Yeah. So we're going to start off with trail haunts like normal, and then as things progress, we've got plans for doing a Christmas walkthrough. We're talking about doing horror campouts, summer events, opening for different holidays.
Dude, that's so doggone cool because you said you got 30 acres. That's a lot of room to have, I don't know how many campsites you can have in that, but I mean that's a lot of room.
Yeah, it's right now. We've laid out kind of the plan for now. We've got like 5 acres is going to be just parking. Yeah. And then with the trail and the way we've got it laid out right now, our plan is to kind of make it as when you come in, it's like a ghost town. So you're in the middle of this ghost town, and then there's going to be separate areas to head off to the haunts. So if we can even get it 75% of what's in my head, I've been waiting my whole life to do this.
Dude, so. I mean, you make a living more or less out of making creepy things. Yeah. Making creepy things, and it's rare in a small market like Traverse City, Michigan, for somebody to succeed and to do well doing that sort of thing.
Yeah, I've definitely gotten lucky on that because when I started out doing it, of course, it was one of those things, I tell people, I do haunted house, and they laugh.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It's a cool hobby.
You do a podcast.
Yeah, it's something I never thought would get to the level of being able to do it as a job. Yeah. So, and now with this new expansion and stuff, it's opened up so many windows for what we can do that we've never been able to do. Because, with setting up at the fairgrounds, it's great and all, but there are just things we can't do
because it's a temporary spot. You got to move and take stuff out. Yeah.
So the things we're going to be able to do out there are just going to be such a higher standard to what we're doing now, and I'm just every time I stand out. I
can tell how excited you are just by talking to you.
I stand out on the property even now with nothing on it and just smile because I can see what it's going to be like, and I don't care if anybody else likes it. I'm going to be in the middle of there every day just living it up.
Dude, just from some of the stuff you told me, some of the stuff Benny told me today and like a couple months ago, he was kind of giving me a couple details without it being public. And it just sounds super fun. Like, I mean, this is such a tourist area. And I don't want to say that it's a tourist trap because I think it could be a good year-round thing for locals, too.
Right.
But, I mean, it's just going to be packed. It's going to be packed.
Yeah, that's,
Well, people travel just for the Halloween stuff.
Right. Yeah, so we get, even now at the fairgrounds, we get people that tell us every year, we get a lot of people that travel on average of 2 hours away. Yeah. And that's just for what we do at the fairgrounds. For something that's going to be, like right now, just the way it is, we've carved out the trail so far because that's all we're allowed to do right now is cut trees and move stuff. And the trail alone is over twice as long as it is at the fairgrounds. Yeah. And that's just the trail. So, the trail is going to be, we're going to jack the trail up to be it's going to be bigger and more interesting than the haunts themselves. So,
dude, what are you, top 10? Are you top 10 in the country as far as haunts go?
For the last 2 years, we've been voted the #1 must-see haunted attraction in all of Michigan. Yeah. Which is, there's at least 86 other haunts. Yeah. So we've got that, and then for a while we were in the top 10 scariest haunts for Michigan. I don't know where we rate nationwide because this is kind of local ratings. So, but I'm hoping once we get out on the property, we'll actually start getting some of these review teams to show a little interest and come up and check us out. So.
It's so doggone inventive. I've been through at least 3 or 4 years in a row now, and I mean, I honestly, because at least 2 or 3 times that I've done the hunt, I've done it with video rolling just for either podcast or a Thad Ranger or the radio station or whatever, and then for you guys too, but I don't know if I'm playing to the camera or if I'm really just that scared. I don't know if I...
You're probably just that scared.
Because god dang it, man, it's so inventive. Whatever room it was in the Swamp of Suffering, where there's like a fog, the laser with the smoke machine makes it look like a bog that you're wading in knee deep, and you can't see anything underneath it. Dude pops up and I shit my pants.
I went there for the first time last year with my daughter and my wife, and I led the way. And if they hadn't told me that they weren't allowed to touch me, I would have been a lot more scared. But
you just kept thinking they were going to touch you.
No, I knew they weren't going to touch me.
Yeah.
So, like, I wasn't scared. When we came to that fog, the bog area, I couldn't see anything, so I ducked under the fog. and I saw that guy standing there. I was like, if I hadn't ducked under, he was going to pop up and I would have shit my pants.
I just did one of those goo things.
Well, and what's funny is that's such an easy effect. We just put it in a couple years ago, and when we saw it, we go to a show every year where we check out all the newest tech and stuff like that. And we saw it, and I was like, okay, that'd be a cool idea to add to our swamp. That's all anybody talked about for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Every year, oh, the swamp. Are you gonna bring the laser back? I'm like, out of all the stuff we do.
Well, no, it's that. There's 3 things specifically that mess with me at the hunt: the swamp, it's like the inflatable, like
the vagina.
Oh, the claustrophobia room.
Claustrophobia room. God dang it.
We called it the vagina because it felt like you were being born.
Everybody calls it the vagina. So.
And then the black light spinny tunnel thing.
Oh, the vortex. Yep.
Dude, like, I never knew that like that sort of thing would mess with me, but I feel so disoriented when it go. Oh, god dang it!
Yeah,
I hate it.
That's one of the more popular things too. We get a lot of people asking if the vortex is going to be there, and it's watching. I mean, we get a lot of drunks that come through.
Oh yeah,
and every year we watch. I mean, some people tilt, but man, there's people who go halfway over that rail and slide all the way down.
It's so just terrifying and disorienting. Joe Ritchie from Screams in the Dark, Evernight Entertainment, and Evernight Apothecary.
Yeah.
Built that, might as well.
Yes.
I mean, it's your wife's business, but you're here pumping that. So,
definitely.
Dude, thanks so much, and I can't wait to check out the hunt this year, and then keep me abreast of what's going on.
Oh, definitely. Like I said, we're adding new things this year. We're out at fairgrounds for the next 3 years, so we'll still be pumping out there while we're kicking ass out on the property.
Good.
Get it ready. So
super cool, man.
Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot. All right, take it easy.
We've only got a handful of minutes left anyway.
So I know that Traverse City, Cherry Capital Comic Con. Assuming I get this podcast up tonight, I mean, I'm going to try to get it up tonight.
I don't think it's going to happen.
It's good.
You're going to go home. You're going to smoke a bowl.
Well,
you're going to eat a cheeseburger from the gas station.
No, because I made cheeseburgers.
No, he made cheeseburgers
lunch.
on the new grill that he bought. They gave me, like, he walked in the door and he's like, hey, come out and help me with something. And I go out there and he's got this fucking new grill in a box. I'm like, oh, you gave me a barbecue boner.
Don't
really
yell
loud.
boner. There's children walking around and you're yelling boner. You fucking idiot. You're trying to get yourself arrested. That's what you're doing.
No, I'm not. That just wasn't thinking. Samantha, jump in here real quick.
She probably has to pee. She was headed that way.
We're
I
gonna.
told them that I had to come pee, so that
No, we're shutting down pretty quick. So I'm glad you walked by.
okay.
Samantha, how do you say your last name? There's your microphone for you.
Wayman.
Huh?
Samantha Wayman.
Wayman. Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know how long you've been doing this, but it's super cool to follow you on like Snapchat, Instagram, because you're always posting art that you do. Every time anybody sees any kind of like Is it called is it anime? I don't know anything about this
anime.
stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty good way to put it.
Okay. Anime art of busty females. Everybody always assumes that it's a dude making that art, but no. What's the question I want to ask? What makes you gravitate towards that?
Growing up, my mom always painted portraits of like nude women.
Yeah.
And I think being exposed to that at like a younger age, it made me very comfortable with the way females look, and they have such really cool shapes and everything, and they're fun to draw.
Yeah.
And anime, same thing, gives you a lot of room, and so the style has always appealed to me. I like to draw guys, but not as much.
Yeah.
I have been, I've had a couple people ask me if I was a lesbian with how much I draw girls.
Seems personal.
Let's just face it.
It's
guys aren't as interesting to look at.
I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
No,
it's just girls are so dang cute.
It's the bit. True. It's the bit from Seinfeld. Women's bodies are a work of art.
Exactly.
Men's bodies are utilitarian. They're simian.
So you been doing this because this is your first con?
Yeah, this is my first con as an artist. I've attended a few. But yeah, this is my first time selling anything.
Well, that's where I met you a few years ago. Here, you were actually in the...
I was a demon maid, is what you and Carmen called me.
The demon, but you were here for the con. You were here for the costume contest and stuff like that. Are you dressing up tomorrow? Because I feel like that's the day everybody's getting dressed up.
I come as a maid every year because it's the only time I get to wear the costume outside of my apartment.
Good maid costume.
So.
Good maid costume.
It's a Japanese maid costume, not a French maid costume, so don't get any too weird ideas. Still staying a little modest here.
I was. I mean, I didn't know. I don't know if I would have thought French, but I'm glad you clarified. Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of people kind of, because this is my third time going, I feel like people do recognize the girl who always wears a maid costume every year on the same day.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe if I wear it at my booth, people make the connection. Hey, that's the girl in the maid costume who comes every year. But
well, I think it's super cool. I just dig watching your stuff because I like to see local artists who are really good. Like I think that's super cool.
I appreciate it.
This is your first con that you're selling stuff, prints
yes,
at the booth?
807. That's where I'm at. Come find me.
The pink booth.
Yeah, it's very pink. There's pretty much, I guess you would call them, what do you call it when it's like pinup style of like anime and fighting game characters. Mostly it's pretty much girls, but yeah. And you can follow me on my Instagram, Facebook. I got business cards out there, and I do take commissions as well. If you are an anime video game fan, I'm always looking for stuff that people like.
Well, you made this super cool Aria Not Today thing that's going up at the podcast room. So,
yes. Big Game of Thrones fan.
Big Game of Thrones fan. Yeah. I think I'm going to probably swing by and try to grab another one of your prints because I wouldn't mind putting that up either. But
if you want anything special, just let me know.
Okay.
I'll take requests.
Commission. That's what the commission is.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. Well, all right, cool. Well, thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you so much for having
me. Maybe shoot me a couple messages of your prints and I can throw them up at the podcast.
Yeah, that sounds great. And I'll see you guys tomorrow?
I won't be here tomorrow. I know.
Well, I'm going to miss you.
I'll miss you too.
I'll see you on Snapchat.
All right, sounds good.
Thanks, guys.
Yep, have a good one. Let's see. So we are, we'll wrap up. Comic-Con is tomorrow. How's it going, man? Tomorrow it's Sunday. The after party is at Right Brain on Sunday. So probably 6 or 7 o'clock is the after party. I'm bartending that, so if anybody gives a shit and they want to go.
My fucking shoulder. It's super tender. I was working yesterday. I was putting a leg on a chair, and it fell behind something. And I reached down, and it was all awkward. And what is this, your trapezius muscle?
Yeah.
Deltoid? Something like that? Fucking cramped up. And I couldn't do anything about it. Like, I couldn't...
Just, like, hunched over going, ow, ow, ow.
Like, it hurt so bad. Like, I couldn't even breathe. It hurt so bad.
That sounds great.
I was just sitting there kicking my legs. Just like... just kicking.
That's a total dad move, by the way.
But I couldn't do it. Like, nothing worked to make it better. My Dave Sibley goes, "Are you having a heart attack or what? am I supposed to call somebody?" I'm like,
Yeah, call somebody. 'Cause
Yeah.
I can't move.
once I recovered, I was like, "No, look. If you ever think I'm having a heart attack, don't call anybody. Just let me go. Just let me go."
I'm still trying to get over the fact that I just yelled barbecue boner in a room full of fucking kids and it echoed.
Yeah, that was a rough
Damn
one.
It's a good podcast clip, though.
Yep.
All right, so it's going to go up on iTunes and
So on and so
YouTubes
forth.
So on and so forth.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. You going to let me buy you a beer now?
Yep.
Yeah, you fucking buy a beer. I'll
right.
break this shit down.
Sounds good.